It's not Hoarders.
It's hoarding.
Ow! Oh, I got hit in the butt with a nail. Why is there a shotgun shell back here? Well, what am I supposed to do with these pickles now? I have my feet in the rice. No, that's why. Oh my gosh, Linus. Come here, baby.
No. This is definitely an episode of the Hoarders.
Yvonne and I finally got COVID. Don't worry, we're gonna be fine, but it means we can't go to work right now, which could be a blessing in disguise because it made us realize that if all goes according to plan, we're gonna be moving in 3 weeks, which means we have a freaking ton of packing to do. But it only took about 15 minutes of boxing things up to realize a few things. One, this place is absolutely chock full of memories. Pretty much our entire adult lives, raising children, starting this company, has taken place within these 4 walls. 2, we've shown bits and pieces of the tech setup here, usually as parts of videos, but never the final form, and this is gonna be our last chance. And 3, I have stolen more tech from the office over the years than every Intel Extreme Tech upgrade combined, to the point where Logistics actually printed out a list and asked me to go through the house and try to find this stuff. So why don't we do that together and take a trip down memory lane while we're at it? Oh, and why don't I tell you about our sponsor?
Hetzner, for a limited time, Hetzner Online is offering all AX dedicated root servers with AMD Ryzen CPUs and select EX dedicated root servers with Intel Core i7-99 CPUs without a setup fee. No setup fee, guys. Get these servers. Configure yours today using the link below.
Before we go any further, I just want to say that we don't normally live like this. It's a symptom of thinking that your big move is right around the corner for like 6 months. You know, instead of putting away my tools, I make a pile. Instead of Yvonne putting away her crafting stuff, she makes a pile. Instead of badgering the kids to put away their toys, we're just like, throw it in the pile. So why don't we get started in the living room?
Where do you want?
Do you want to help? Are you tired? Do you need a break?
I can help for a little bit, yeah.
It's no secret, I'm a big fan of Xbox 360 controllers. Love the rechargeable AA batteries, so you're never just like throwing batteries in a heap and they're still working all these years later because you're not dependent on internal batteries.
I don't think you use this. I just dug this out from the corner.
No, it's there so I have easy access. How much dust is on it?
A lot. Look at it.
Well, we have different standards of a lot.
Look at it.
I wouldn't lick it.
So this is going in the pile.
No. When I need it, it's very useful. This will be in the theater room for sure at the new place.
What?
Okay, these little Sudeco things, I don't think you can get them anymore. They're actually kind of great. 2 AA batteries, 1 on each side, and it's a gyroscopic mouse. So you go like this, and then it has a little typey keyboard thing here, but they're not great. The quality sucks, they die all the time, and I only have 2 more left in reserve, and I haven't found a good replacement for it, so.
This is not that replacement.
Well, no, but occasionally you need to like use a mouse and keyboard. There's gonna be a computer in there. I need it.
But this is huge. Why don't you just get a small one?
I mean, sometimes bigger's better, what can I say?
Bigger's not always better.
That's good that you think that.
I have to. How many headsets do you have?
Oh, like VR headsets? Okay, this is a long story. This is the Pimax 8K, and the reason I have this here is that I really wanted to do a review of it. These guys actually flew a representative over the ocean from China because they were so excited to show me this technology like years ago, and it was terrible, it was atrocious. The leg was awful, everything about it was awful except for the groundbreaking field of view. That's what they do really well. And they basically were like, yeah, we fixed everything that you had a problem with. We want you to review it now. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go for it. And it actually looks amazing. The leg is totally fixed. But the problem is that I think that Pimax is really Asian market focused. I actually meant for you to try this because my prominent nose.
Your nose that's now growing sideways?
Is not, thank you for that, is not compatible with the shape of this, of the nose piece of the headset. Does it bump your nose?
No.
Yeah, okay, see that's what I figured. And because it's so heavy and bulky, within like 2 minutes, I have a horrible red mark, like a dent on my nose. So I really wanted to review it and daily drive it. And I just found that it made me not use VR at all. And then I meant to take it back to the office, but I hadn't disentangled it from here.
Okay.
And then I also brought home the 5K version because I wanted to compare them. And so they're here, and these can go back. My VR setup here is really cool though, and has changed since the last time I made a video. I've still got 4 of the Gen 2 base stations, and I'm using a Valve Index. This is interesting. The reason I have 4 base stations in the first place, because 2, actually technically 1 is enough, is that I was having this issue when I was trying to stream with full body tracking. So where you've got these trackers on your feet and on your hips, like they would kind of wander away. And it seemed to be some kind of signal issue or tracking issue. So I made sure that I was completely surrounded in base stations. That didn't help. And then I tried repositioning. These are called Watchmen. These are the little receivers that receive data from these guys to tell them the position. That didn't really help it. It made it better, but not perfect. And then what ultimately fixed it was when I upgraded to the Gen 2 trackers. But it's not the trackers that fixed it. These have better battery and they're smaller, which is nice, but it was the Gen 2 Watchmen, there we go, that fixed the problem. These actually have the exact same part number as the old ones, but the performance seems to be markedly better. So the reason that I haven't sent all the Gen 1 trackers back to the office is that I was lazy. I even had to switch my media PC to micro ATX so that I could install another expansion card in it. Got one of these sick quad controller USB cards. So each of these ports has its own individual controller, and that was because I thought there might be some kind of bandwidth issue or compatibility issue with having the Watchmen share a USB controller. I spent so much freaking time diagnosing this thing. One thing that didn't work about this machine is the external fans. Oh, okay, because they came unplugged. Well, there's your problem. These fans in the cabinet just never spun, so, and then I never bothered dealing with it because I just opened up the door. Otherwise, this machine's been great though. Got that 3080 in there, 800 watt power supply. This thing's so compact.
I hope you have a more elegant solution for charging when we go to the new place.
This is pretty elegant. You got the Anker, like, what is this, like 10 port charger? And you plug the thing into the thing?
I think the problem was that it was buried with all the wires on top of it, so you never knew where to put anything.
Yep, agreed.
I just plugged in this light over here and it sparked really big, and I noticed that there's one plug that's plugged into one circuit and one into the other. Is that a problem?
Like, sorry, what? There's a single device that is plugged into 2 receptacles?
Yeah.
Oh, that wouldn't be best. Oh, this is hilarious. Yep. And
Oh, that's bad.
that's a swing and a miss.
That's very bad.
Oh, this is an interesting one. I felt very judged about it, but I actually daily drive a soundbar. And the Sonos Arc, from my experience, has just been the strongest performer. And shout out Sonos for sending a loaner unit of their accompanying subwoofer and then totally forgetting to ever ask for it back. So it's just been like quietly sitting here waiting for Sonos to remember that I have it. I'm sure now that I've said this, they're gonna figure out that I have it and ask for it back. This was a fun project, learning how to put in-ceiling speakers into your house. And actually, because it's a crawl space above this room, I was able to wire all of the base stations as well as that security camera by crawling around in the insulation. We're not gonna go in there again today. We have plenty of file footage of that because we re-blew cellulose insulation and I don't wanna disturb it. But that was a lot of work.
I don't think there's tech in the kitchen.
No tech in the kitchen. Bam! Sonos speaker. Bam! Nest smoke thing. So you can press the button, be like, shut up!
Press to test.
Oh, no, I don't want to test.
There's a whole pile of tech here.
Hold on a second. Don't you mean there's a whole lot of tech here in this?
Okay, wait.
It's not hoarders.
It's hoarding.
I mean,
absolutely.
What's wrong with still having your camera from 15 years ago so that your kids can just play with it?
On your windowsill?
Fun story. These headphones were actually one of the first gifts that Yvonne ever bought me. I had never owned like a really nice pair of headphones, and she went to all the work to figure out exactly what the model I wanted was. These are the HD 555s from Sennheiser. And what were these? A birthday present, I think?
Probably.
Yeah, so these would have been in year 1 of our relationship, and I actually used these for gaming for many years. Gotta love that mod mic attachment. No detachable cable though. You gotta move up in the lineup for that. Okay, I'll accompany you on the recorder. Just parent things.
And that was all that we needed to hear.
Yeah.
How much do you love our pantry right now?
Not even using most of it.
Not using most of the pantry? Do you mean by sheer volume we haven't actually used most of it? Thanks, Brandon.
The problem is that because we can't walk in our pantry and find things we need, every time we need something, we go and buy it.
That's not even true. Be fair to us. There's not that much duplicate stuff in here. I need all of these pickles, obviously.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh, you're crushing things. And people always thought,
That wasn't my fault.
Wait, what did you
The shelf just fell down.
broke this
Oh my
shelf.
god.
They're not attached to anything. They're just sitting
Okay,
on
just
these things.
stop.
Well, what am I supposed to do with these pickles now? I have my feet in the rice. Man, what's going on in here? Oh, see? How could I enjoy charging my car with something that wasn't installed by the one and only Brian the electrician? I remember giving Brian a hard time about this like stupid 2x4 mount that he made for it. I was like, shouldn't we like do something that'll look a little nicer? He's like, yeah, but you'll paint it black. I didn't. Oh, here's a fun one. Guess what this line is? One day I was feeling ambitious and I put badminton court lines down on the floor and a net line so that I could like practice footwork in here. I used it, I think twice. Oh, hey, look, there's the Wiimotes and stuff. Okay, that's awesome. And one of your many helium tanks. Every time there's a party or something, she goes and buys another helium tank. How many do we have of these right now?
I think we have 3, but I think that might be empty, or that one might be.
Might be empty, hold on. There's only one way to find out.
You are sick, don't put your mouth on. Oh.
Are you sure it's empty? Because I think there might be a problem with that theory.
Linus.
This feels like a really bad episode.
But
of
it's
Hoarder.
really fun. You sound all funny and stuff.
Jake,
Oh, I'm a little lightheaded. Sit down and get some oxygen here. It's closing down around me.
Where did Dennis fall through the ceiling?
oh, that's here.
No, it's
wasn't
not.
it?
No, no. Dennis fell through the ceiling. Here.
Hey, editor, roll the clip.
Oh, god damn it, Dennis.
I almost die.
Why is there a pillow on the stairs?
I was bringing it upstairs.
Oh yeah, and you made it that far.
Yeah.
Wow, good job.
Stop it.
Okay, I joke sometimes that I dress like a cartoon character because I always wear the same thing. This is literally my pants drawer. 1 pair of these pants, 2 pair of these pants, 3 pair of these pants. I only own 1 kind of pants. Basically, if your wardrobe store doesn't look like mine, just full LTT store, then you're not doing it right, I'm afraid. My nightstand's a fun one. This is where all the tech that I like kind of want to try, but I'm not going to get around to ends up. So first of all, I keep all my wireless earphones here. I sleep with earphones in, so I need like a few because if I wake up in the middle of the night and they're dead, then I need to put new ones in. I just like can't sleep without them. Got my favorite handhelds, Steam Deck for most things, and then Ioneo Next. I do really like this thing. They've got some, sounds like they've got some really cool stuff coming as well. Hey, Brandon, check this out. This is that charger that we did the very first short circuit on. So it's Apple Watch and then iPad and phone and AirPods. But I took the, there you go. I took the iPad one and I put my Oura Ring charger on, so it just sits there and I pop it on. And then I've got the pile. Packaging for one of those earphones, other more different Withings watch that I wanted to try out for a little bit. Really wanted to try this phone as a daily driver, never got around to it. Wanted to use this dock and put the screen protector on the Ioneo, didn't do that.
This looks too stylish for you.
I know, right?
It's really nice.
Old Note 9, because I just can't let it go.
Oh, I think one of these had your, what's it called? LMG business plan.
No, it's not one of these ones, I don't think.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, what's this? This is what our infrastructure plan looked like in the very early days of being at the office. So Wannick, 24 SSD RAID 51, that goes to editors, whatever the rest of this says. And then that would constant sync with Newton, which would back up to Kamloops nightly. This is brilliant, way better than what we have now.
Okay, you have a whole bag of headphones when you use wireless headphones.
Right, because someday a solar flare might fry all the wireless headphones. I don't know. Oh, do I still have a TV in my bathroom? What a wonderful question. That's gonna be a big fan. Yes! I actually don't use it that often. More often than not, I'm like vegging in the bathtub and I just want the little screen because I don't want my eyes to be all overwhelmed. If it was an OLED and I could turn it way down, I'd probably use it more. Oh man, should we go up to the attic? That's probably the sketchiest upgrade we made to this house. Ironically, because of how recently it was completely redone when we put in the air conditioning, that was such a great DIY project, by the way. It was a ton of work, but strongly recommend. We saved like 15 grand doing it ourselves, and it's been like...
It's been great, yeah.
Been awesome. I think it's been one of the least controversial home upgrades that I've actually made.
Okay, I think the one thing that was really controversial was the ceiling cassettes were so big. They were way bigger than just the...
Do you even notice it anymore?
Yes.
This is really sketchy. This is my racket stringing machine that probably weighs about 250 pounds that is sitting on the underside of these roof trusses that is really not ideal. And we actually put plywood down over almost the entire attic. That's why everything is spread out, because we're trying to spread the load out as much as possible. But it's just like, once you've got 3 kids and they do all these different activities and stuff, you've got equipment for this and you've got jackets for that, and
so 3 kids worth of stuff is like 3 little bays here. That's what we call these things. And then this over here is 3 bays of Linus stuff.
Okay. First, literally last night, she's like, you don't keep enough sentimental stuff from our relationship. Now today, she's like, oh, why do you have this case that was like the biggest gift I got for you in our first couple of years? And why do you have, okay, that's probably the only thing to do with our relationship.
Yeah.
necessarily, but.
What? Oh my gosh, Linus.
Okay, well, that's broken. Ew, why did I keep my retainers?
So Linus will keep 3 sets of his old retainers and won't keep sentimental stuff from our relationship. Like, what are you talking about?
It's not that I don't keep it. It's just that it's not in this bin. You know what? Maybe I just don't need a lot of reminders of how amazing you are because I live with you every day. Ever think of that?
We actually did, during the first quarantine, an entire video on all the cool old tech Linus had in the attic. So you can check that one out.
Yeah, you're like a pro. You're like thrown to another video. Okay, here's a sentimental thing that I kept that's to do with you. Remember when you encouraged me to buy these shoes because you thought they were so stylish?
I did not encourage you to buy those shoes.
Yeah?
These used to be bright pink, Brandon, and green.
Yeah, like the laces.
And like the Lambo, okay? And then I literally walked out of the Payless because he was in the women's section wanting to get these shoes.
Yeah, you were like, wow, can you believe these are in the
No.
in the clearance section? You should totally buy them.
No.
I can't believe how much tech stuff we've seen already, and we hadn't even made it into like the computer room yet. Here's a fun one. This piece of plywood has been here for at least 2 years. I took it off the wall of the world's most comfortable gaming setup when we took down the world's most comfortable gaming setup and turned this into the room where we close the door and do not look at the mess the kids made. I puttied the wall and intended to sand it down and paint over it, and then never did it. And now I like to not look in this room, and I like to close the door. Yvonne's setup. I finally convinced her to go ultra wide years ago. She insisted for the longest time on having like 2 small monitors. She was like, no, I'll get a headache. This keyboard is the one that we repaired recently, actually. Sort of, we kind of broke things and repaired it. As for my setup, there's some things that I have changed since the last time you guys saw it, and there's some things that I actually haven't. Sennheiser HD600s, those are still here. I tried swapping them out with the HD8. Whatever the mass drop version of the HD800s is. I tried them out, I just can't get over the comfort. Still using the Rode Podcaster mic, but I've changed my display. So that Aorus 48-inch OLED that I believe was a sponsored video. Man, this video, not sponsored at all, but this thing is freaking awesome. I don't think there's any going back to smaller than 48-inch, which is tough because the new QD OLED stuff looks absolutely amazing. That Alienware that we did a video on recently, real tempting. Got a Stream Deck, literally never use it. You can see it's just got the little welcome thing up there. And Razer's Thunderbolt 4 dock, compatibility, good, performance, good, reliability, great. Why is the uplink on the front. From a cable management perspective, why would you want that? It took me a solid 10-15 minutes to figure out that it wasn't broken because I was trying using every single back Type-C, I think there's like 3 of them, as the uplink because I assumed the front one was for convenient front I/O access. I never did properly figure out all the cable management in here. This is really bad. My power bar is just hanging off the bottom of the desk now, but I'm not gonna fix that. We're just gonna do it upright at the new place. And then there's the server room. This is the heart of it all. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you, server rack. MikroTik 10 gigabit switch. Ubiquiti has some really good 10 gig stuff now, so we're going almost full Ubiquiti at the new place. Ubiquiti PoE switch, Ubiquiti, is this the Dream Machine? Yeah, this is the UDM Pro. So we're gonna have pretty similar gear at the new place, except like ×3 because that place has literally kilometers of Cat6a cable in it. These personal rigs are gonna come for now, but I think we're actually gonna do a redesigned chassis that's just way smarter, better front I/O, better water cooling layout, like more compatible. And maybe this time around, it'll be good enough that we'll be comfortable releasing the design files, or who knows, if it's good enough, then maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do like a rack mount gaming case, partner with some kind of case manufacturer or something.
So I'm not gonna have my owl anymore?
I mean, you can keep yours if you want, but I'm gonna upgrade mine.
Oh, okay.
This was hand painted for us by neighbor Steve, who used to be our neighbor next to our office. He's actually technically still our neighbor. The office he works in is just 25 seconds farther away by foot. Also in here, we've got the Ultimaker 2 Extended that I definitely took from the office to make flexi cats and...
C-stands?
Sorry?
Yeah, so that was during the pandemic when we were filming a lot from home. Yeah. Honestly, looking around at all the tech and reminiscing now, it feels so old.
Feels old? What do you mean
Yeah.
old?
Like I look at things like the AC cassettes, even though that was only done a year or 2 years ago, and just it looks so unprofessional compared to a lot of
Hey!
stuff that we've got going on.
Well, you know what's not unprofessional? Telling you about our sponsor.
OVH Cloud, it's a global cloud provider operating over 400,000 servers within 33 data centers across 4 continents, covering 1.6 million customers. They offer a wide range of cloud services combining performance and price predictability. Host a game on an OVH Cloud VPS with your own mods for you and your friends. Define who can join your server, what equipment is available, character starting levels, boss levels, and much more with 2 gigabit per second unmetered bandwidth for more players. OVH Cloud VPS makes it possible to play the classics online with friends like Doom, Quake, or Unreal Tournament. Plus, their VPS Elite servers come with 8 vCores and up to 32 gigabytes of RAM. Learn more about the lucrative field of cloud hosting while simply creating your vast gaming worlds for you and your friends at the link below.
If you guys enjoyed this video, hey, I like the one you threw too. Why don't you go check out the Digging Through the Attic for Old Memories one. That's got a lot of different stuff that we didn't talk about today. So this is it. We're out of here.
Yeah.
You ready to start boxing stuff up?